Evo Japan 2025 genuinely has the potential to be the funniest fighting game event ever. As we all know, Tekken 8 Season 2 is complete garbo, yada yada yada. We have all been complaining enough over the last 2 weeks, we know what time it is. Evo Japan is probably like top 2 biggest fighting game events of the year. Evo Japan is always huge. Evo is where all the fighting games come together to put on this showcase, right? From Street Fighter 6 all the way down to more niche games like Multi Blood and random stuff like that. Historically, Evo has always been dominated by Street Fighter, especially Evo Japan, because for some reason, the Japanese dudes are just enamored by Street Fighter. Now, during Tekken 7's peak years, Tekken has gotten extremely close to toppling Street Fighter's player numbers at Evo, because Tekken 7 was just such a fantastic tournament game. Like, the tension that a game of Tekken 7 could create is probably something that we won't ever see in another Tekken game again, unfortunately. However, like I was saying, in this game's peaks, we were like incredibly close to matching Street Fighter, which for you guys to gauge how insane this is, the third most popular game at Evo Japan 2024 was Guilty Gear Strive, and that had 2,000 less players than Tekken 8, which was second, and had 3,000 less players than Street Fighter 6. You also have to keep in mind that these Tekken 8 numbers are heavily inflated because Tekken 8 had literally just dropped when Evo Japan was held. So these numbers, a lot of them are new game hype players. And to be honest, Evo in general has just become a more popular event as the years go by. So yeah, as I was saying, the trajectory of a Tekken game eventually topping Street Fighter seemed pretty inevitable. Yes, you are correct, folks. Street Fighter 6, 6k plus players. Tekken 8, 960 players. Gee, I wonder what could have happened. Bro, I saw this and burst out laughing for a solid 10 minutes, bro. I just couldn't contain myself, guys. So much for toppling Street Fighter, huh? So close yet so far. Nobody fucks with this game anymore, bro. It's as plain as day. Between crash outs, boycotts, and soloing dev teams, nobody cares about Tekken 8 anymore, which is why we have 1k plus players back on Tekken 7 at the time of recording. Tekken 8 has reset this game back to ground zero, bro. Ground zero funk type beat. Any progress that Tekken 7 made has been completely halted by Michael Murray and Nakatsu's 50-50 monkey game. Now, I know we have a quote-unquote emergency patch that is supposed to drop before Evo Japan, so I believe at the very least Jack 8 and Paul won't be the only played characters at the event, which is incredibly disappointing to me because I wanted to make fun of the game. However, Tekken 8 haters, we still have hope, because these incompetent ass devs didn't even know that Ana glitch was a thing when they announced the emergency patch. So there is a small likelihood we will be seeing Ana's glitches at Evo, which to me, the mere prospect of this happening is the funniest shit ever. This emergency patch, I don't imagine will fix every issue in the game. So I know there is still going to be a landslide of bullshit clips from this tournament. It's going to be wonderful, guys. Now you're probably asking yourself, why does it sound like Gov just wants the game to fail? And the answer is, I do. As long as this game goes in the direction that it is going in, I actively want this game to fail, so Bandai doesn't get any more money, and don't ever try this bullshit again. So as of now, I'm a professional Tekken 8 hater. Bro, fuck this game, and fuck its devs. Now that isn't all. We got other stuff to talk about, boys. The man Spaghetti Rip, he made a pretty controversial video, boys, and he thinks that all of you little boycotters are cringe as fuck. You little weirdos. Boycotting and shit. Unfortunately, I can't show you this video because it's been taken down, unsurprisingly, because the dudes on Twitter have been applying non-stop pressure to this guy, fam. It's actually ridiculous. These dudes really pulled out a god knows how old clip of Spag begging for subs after getting clapped. You guys are insane, bro. Anyways, essentially what Spag was saying in that video was like, boycotts are cringe. Whilst we're on the topic, you're fucking cringe, bro. Bro's advice was literally to tell the devs what's wrong with the game and keep it constructive. My guy, where have you been for the last year, fam? This is what wearing sunglasses indoors does to people, fam. Bro has no idea where he is. When he pulls up on Twitter, this is all he sees. And that's why bro hasn't seen us giving constructive criticism for the past 12 months and seeing the devs spit in our faces. In fact, the reason why he probably thinks this boycott is cringe is because he probably can't even see the shit. Look how dark this page is, guys. Imagine reading this with sunglasses on, bro. Anyways, Spag, if you're seeing this, don't take it too personally. You said something cringe and you get cooked a little bit. It's alright, bro. It's alright. Spag also posted this after his video, I guess, and if you guys haven't noticed, I made fun of Spag slightly, like just now, but I didn't racially abuse him because I'm not a weirdo. So if you are being a weirdo, don't. Just because some dude on the internet calls you cringe for your internet protest, that doesn't mean you can call bro slurs and shit. You guys are weird, fam. And I know it's you Brian mains, fam. Now speaking of Spag, the Frame Whisperer apologized to Spag and the main man and FeeDX for essentially spreading rumors about them being shills and whatnot. I personally don't feel like he did anything wrong in the situation. The main man is a shill. The main man only started roasting Tekken 8 Season 2 when it was safe to do so. Bro was hyping up the patch for like 48 hours before he said any negative shit about it. FeeDX I don't necessarily think is a shill, but FeeDX has always been like toxically positive in situations where he should have been using his platform to call out bummy devs or just say nothing at all. Like, that is always an option, guys. And as for Spag, well, he's calling boycotts cringe, so do what you want with that information, guys. I get why Frame Whisperer apologized for this. Sometimes you just don't need the stress of having drama in your life, especially over a game that you give zero fucks about anymore. So like, I get it. And I do hope Frame comes back to Tekken, even if it's just Tekken 7, because he is genuinely more entertaining than all three of the guys I just mentioned. So yeah, I think that's about it, boys. If you liked the video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. And until next time, guys.